Hello and a warm welcome to the stadium. So much has been written and said about this fixture. Two teams that have played each other so frequently, there is not much love lost between them, and so it's not so much a match as a collision.
You see all those markings in midfield? Well, another couple of hours when this game is coming to a close, it'll be like a battle zone.
Although they won the first leg, their manager's idea may be to come out here and finish off the opposition, and in style too. The second leg of this Champions League tie, and the team with home advantage and the advantage in the tie overall, having won on their travels. Oh, why change a winning formula? Having three strikers up front worked well for them in the previous match, and they expect to combine well again. And Abidal. And Gabriel Milito. Here's Puyol. Here's Xavi. Here's Messi. Here's Eto'o. So assured in possession. Whistle goes, the assistant referee has his flag up. Timed his run just a little too early. Abidal. He wastes possession. Coaches so often say to players, treat the ball as a friend. Abidal. Oh, the referee's blown for a foul. Seems harsh. Totti. Cassetti. Here's Cicinho. Totti. Here's Juan. Here's Cicinho. What a ball behind the defensive line. Here they come again. And they're opening up the defence here. It's through. Wins the ball, great defending. 15 minutes gone in the first half. Eto'o. Tackler didn't get close. Here's Abidal. And Yaya Toure. But then at the last, possession is lost. Some good running off the ball, putting the pressure on. Stop the attack well. De Rossi. Win possession here. Still going, possibilities here. And the unstoppable force in possession yet again. Can he create something here? Totti. Cassetti. No, it's been intercepted. Abidal. And now the counter-attack. Again they come. Still they move the ball around patiently. They're shifting the defenders around, trying to open up a gap and create room for a shot. 15 minutes to go until the half-time whistle. They're breaking free down the flank. Maybe he mishit it, but he has to do better than that.
It's taken them an age to get a shot away, but you can't blame the strikers if they're not being given the ball. There's a serious lack of creativity at the moment.
Gabriel Milito. Abidal. Yaya Toure. Mexes. Messi. Here's Eto'o. Going for goal. Cassetti. The break is on. Perempat. Sturdy defence there. Perempat. Threads it down the middle. And that is a real let-off. He normally puts those sort of chances away in his sleep. Solid defence in the box. Eto'o. Asensio. Here's Lawan. Here's Mexes. Here's Risa. And Rossi. Here's Mexes. Totti. What now? And that sails way wide of the left post.
If that had gone in, John, bearing in mind it's 0-0 of course, that really seriously would have changed the manager's team talk at half-time. Far more positive it would have been.
Puyol. The referee looks at one watch, then at his other watch. The whistle is coming any second. Yaya Toure. Accurate passing between the two of them. Eto'o. A strike. The half-time whistle goes and the players head in for a break. What will the managers have to say to their respective teams after these performances, I wonder?
Perhaps their tactic today is to sit back and defend their aggregate lead. That's a bit of a risk, really. A couple of early goals could allow the opposition to get right back into it.
We're off. Will the second half provide more excitement for the fans here? No real joy for the strikers in a tightly contested. A mistimed lunge there, easy for the ref. Free kick. Yep, referee's gone to his pocket. It's a yellow for a fairly careless challenge he didn't really have to make. Could have been another colour too. Certainly some sections of the crowd think red would have been more appropriate. Abidal. Tadai. Perempat. Puyol. Messi. Eto'o. Attack came to nothing. De Rossi. Cassetti. Cicinho. This is very good defensively, I admit, but it's pretty tentative play going forward. A section of the crowd is urging them to shoot, and not before time. Still on the ball here. De Rossi. Perempat. Tadai. Risa. Here's De Rossi. Out wide. What can he conjure now? Oh, that chance was just thrown away.
The angle he tried to score from was much too tight. It's very hard to get the ball in the net from there.
Just to change things around here. Puyol. Xavi. Here they come again. Can he find the target in the middle? Here's Mexes. Blatant foul there. Real sportsmanship from him there. Offers him a hand in getting back up onto his feet. Close enough to have a shot on goal. he goes for it, and that sails way wide of the left post.
This time the wall did its job. He just couldn't get his shot past it, and still on target.
Totti. Here's Mexes. Here's Henry. And Gabriel Milito. Well worked to win possession. Brussels gone for the offside. One thing I would point out, they are playing with a high line. They're pushing up constantly looking for the offside. There's always the chance they'll be caught out. Mexes. Iniesta. Once more they come. Can he find the goal? Here they come once more. Here's Mexes. Here they come once more. Oh, he's having a dig. He took his chances, but that one wasn't going in.
Well, that was worth a try, John. As they say, if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle.
Here's Mexes. The defender cuts this one out. Cassetti. Perempat. They win possession. Good interception here. Juan. Cicinho. Dealt with the threat well. Xavi. Approaching the last 15 minutes of the game. Xavi. I have to say the crowd is adding to this as a spectacle. The noise they're making is terrific. It's cleared. The ball has crossed the line and it's a throw. Risa. Here they come once more. Dealt with the threat expertly. Eto'o. Knocks it through the defence. Tada. No way through. Yaya Toure. Knocked out to the space on the wing. Can he find something? They've done it! With the clock ticking down to full time, they have come up with the first and probably the winning goal.
John, am I dreaming? Or did that goal go in just by the angle?
Having taken his tournament total to 3 with that effort, he's clearly got the taste for scoring. He'll want a few more. It seems some fresh legs will be introduced here. They found the opener, 1-0.
Just as we thought there was nobody on the pitch capable of providing the breakthrough, they score. He took advantage of what was only a slight lapse at the back. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Cassetti. And they come again. The defence will have to be on its toes with this throw. Sends it to the middle. Win possession here. Here's Cicinho. And Julio Baptista. Support for the man in possession is good. Pass lacking there. Eto'o. That surely has to... Foul. Referee with an easy decision to make. Perempat. Totti. Only 1 minute to be added. Shooting opportunity maybe. Punched behind the goal by the keeper. That'll be a corner. out a goal. Bullseye! Not only did he create the space for himself well, he stayed so calm in front of goal and he just guided it in.
What a brilliant header. This boy's beginning to reveal a real, genuine goal-scoring instinct. He kept his eyes on the ball the whole way and got to it before anybody...
An exchange of goals, 1-1 the score. Iniesta, Yaya Toure. Once more they come. The defenders are at 6s and 7s, they just can't get a tackle in. They don't. A goalkeeper of this class isn't going to be troubled by that. There we have it, the match is all over. A difficult hurdle out of the way, they'll be relieved, the next round beckons.
A game can never be disappointing when players...